Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tim Cox. This is my Interactive Advanced Concept presentation number 3. So in this experiment, we're going to be conducting the famous volcano experiment. Most kids did it at the science fair. I know I did it when I was younger. And the description of this experiment is as follows. We have acid-base reactions occur all around us. Your body is full of acids and bases that constantly interact. Today we are going to do an acid-base experiment and make a bit of a mess. Mixing vinegar, which is a weak acid, and baking soda, a weak base, can have an extreme effect, and it is our job to teach the rest of the class why that is. Now the instructions are, we're going to take baking soda, which I have here, baking soda, and we're going to wrap it in a paper towel, just a simple paper towel, and then we're going to place it in a water bottle. So I've got a water bottle here, and then we're going to add vinegar, which I have here. And then there should be a reaction that occurs. And so we'll discuss the reaction first, and then I'll conduct the experiment, and we'll see if we have a reaction. So with baking soda and vinegar, when you mix these two ingredients, typically you'll get a reaction because you have an acid and a base mixing. So this is why baking soda and vinegar react chemically, because baking soda, which is sodium bicarbonate, and vinegar, which is diluted acetic acid, they when they react, it is called an acid-base reaction. And so when vinegar and baking soda are first mixed together, hydrogen ions in the vinegar react with the sodium bicarbonate ions in the baking soda. And the results of this initial reaction is two new chemicals. So you'll have carbonic acid and sodium acetate as a result of the acetic acid in the vinegar and the sodium bicarbonate in the baking soda reacting together. Now, you also have a secondary reaction, which is where you get the that kind of volcano effect. And this is called a decomposition reaction. And so you have the carbonic acid, which is formed as a result of the first reaction, decomposes into the water that's formed, and carbon dioxide. And this carbon dioxide bubbles out of the water, which gives it that explosive effect. And so the carbon dioxide that forms as the carbonic acid decomposes rises to the top of this mixture, and this creates the bubbles and foam when you see that you see when you mix the baking soda and vinegar. Now, theoretically, if you mix larger amounts of baking soda and vinegar in a smaller container with a really narrow opening, that's when you get the shooting reaction. I don't plan on mixing like a massive amount just because I don't want to have to clean my kitchen up, but we'll go ahead and conduct the experiment. We'll see how it goes, but that's the basis of this reaction. So we've got our water bottle here. We're just going to tear off a small piece of the paper towel. This will slow the reaction a little bit as it creates a barrier for this baking soda, just because we don't want it to explode everywhere kind of immediately. But we'll just add some baking soda here. Oh, well, I guess I will be having a little bit of an explosion just because we've got kind of a big... So we've got the, maybe you can see it, but we've got the baking soda on the inside of the paper towel here. We're just going to kind of try and close this in a fashion that we're not going to make a huge mess here. So, yeah, let's see how this is going to go. We may just need to let some out. Yeah, we're just making a mess. making a mess. Okay. So we have semi-successfully gotten our baking soda in the bottom of this container. I guess it won't hurt to take the excess that we have here, and we'll just kind of sprinkle it in, just so it's not a total waste. Yeah, I'll try and clean the bottle off a little bit. Sorry about that. So, let's see here. Try not to get this all over my laptop. So, we've got the baking soda in. We're going to go ahead and give the get the vinegar in here. And so you can see how it's bubbling. The bubbles are forming. This is the CO2 leaving, right? So the as the bubbles form and it bubbles up, this is the decomposition reaction. The first initial reaction where we have the acetic acid and the sodium bicarbonate reacting has already happened. And so you can see that the water is starting to form kind of at the bottom here, and then the carbonic acid is kind of is decomposing in the CO2 and the fizzy. The fizzy portion is coming off here. So it was a successful reaction. Really glad it didn't explode in my kitchen. But yeah, that's the volcano reaction. Thank you.